a survival check from Filkin, and then I need a perception check from Soren and.
Oh, my massive perception check.
My total for survival is 2, so survival is an 18.
Okay.
7 on perception.
All right. David, can you roll a D100?
Oh boy!
Love it.
Okay. Let's see here. David, can you roll D6?
This will be on the test.
This will be on the test.
The answer is yes, I win.
All right. So, about 8 miles to the south, you find the forest line. And as you do, you encounter a man who is wearing the vestments. Let's see here. Of the Divine Spark. And he calls you out, and Adam, your character sees him coming from long away, but he also sees you at the same time, and he says, "Hail there, traveler! How fare you this day, brother?"
We fare well. We're traveling.
We? What is we? Who is we?
My friends, my
looking
companions.
Like, oh, yes, I see them now. Yes.
We travel well. We have not had any danger since we left the hub. Where do you hail from?
Ah, yes, me. Ah, yes, well, yeah. I am from Kitajaj. Have you heard of it?
I have not.
Yes, it's a little town up the coast, just north of Hub. It's, the Elven Empire's first claim to the Eastern lands, yes. Yeah, my family is quite well situated there. Nobility and all, yeah, yes.
And you travel alone even though you're nobility? That surprises me.
Oh, of course. I am a vested cleric of the Divine. No one would dare interfere with my mission.
Well, we ran into bandits not too long ago. And but I wish you safe journeys. What brings you to Hub? Are you traveling to Hub or another direction? Or he's going south.
I'm on my way south. I seem to have gotten a bit turned around here, but I kept walking until I found the mountains, and then I thought, south, yes, that's that way. Just keep the mountains to my right.
Wow.
I seek the lost temple of Andurus. They say that there are many divine relics to the divine spark there. In fact, they say that a shining sword of rainbow light can be found within it. Yes, I would certainly invest my house with greater nobility to obtain a magic weapon. Perhaps you'd like to escort me there, if you care so much for my nobility. Yes.
Well, we can't just let him travel alone if he's noble.
If he's a servant of the Divine Spark, and there's also glory to be gained from this, that's 2 solid reasons. I would be honored to lead you there. Although I do have a prior engagement with Soren and Petey and Staven, so I guess I kind of need their permission. He looks dejected.
Well,
Another obligation has gotten in his way. Damn it.
Like every week, you guys can never go directly to the job.
Just not allowed, apparently.
So I would like to escort the noble to his escort him to this lost temple. That is my vote.
Well, if he can't protect himself, I suppose we should step in.
yes.
My apologies for bringing it up, good sir, but traditionally there is a small matter of payment in this. You are a noble, after all.
He says, of course, if you'd like to accompany me, yes. Let me see what I have in my pack, sir. He he pulls out from underneath his vestments, he pulls out a monocle and starts going through like all these papers, and he's like, that's, would 12 oxen do?
Mm.
Not sure what I would do with 12 oxen.
Well,
Do
you
I-
could eat them.
Does
Or,
anybody
you
know what that's
get-
worth?
You could certainly
you-
check your player's guide to see what you might think it's worth.
I have
So
no
when you guys
idea.
look confused, he's like, perhaps not. How about this solid bar of gold?
How about
My eyes widen. Oh, now that is
how
something we
big is this bar?
It looks to be about 500 gold pieces worth.
He has our attention.
Yeah, so it's just a solid bar of gold with like his family seal stamped on it. He's like, yes, that seems appropriate for a few days escort and help at the Lost Temple of Andorus.
have I heard of his family?
I
I don't think I actually have any skills.
suppose you could make some form of intelligence tests, or
Eh,
yeah, I think intelligence would probably be.
12.
Uh-oh. Let me switch to this new other overlay for the rolling. I forgot to do this. Boom! Look at that. Oh, I didn't set up the cameras for this one. Shit. You know, I always forget to do something. We're going back to the other one. I'm going to have to fix... No, I'm just going to have to fix it on the fly. Damn it. Well, I was owned by myself tonight, guys. My foolish, foolish you.
Oh, I'm looking at it. It looks good. I mean,
Yeah.
it will look
The
great.
cameras are not correct.
well.
Let's see here. 12. You do recognize his house. They are spoken of well in the city, as far as any upstart that moves out to Kitajaj can be considered. Of course, Kitajaj is like the butt end of the empire. It's as far east as you can get. They used to say that about Hub until Kitajaj was founded.
Alright.
His family is mostly known for, like property ownership. They like buy things and then turn them over and sell them. So it's probably not that surprising that he has a bunch of cattle, or that he trades in large bars of gold.
If you asked us, we can't break that bar. No change.
So what did you mean by escort and help? We want to know what we're signing up for.
Oh, well, you seemed excited to hear about the Lost Temple of Andorus.
Oh, I am.
assumed you would wish to escort me in there and, of course, help me out. Who knows what could be in there? Spiders?
We were just wanting some clarification on what you meant by help out. So we all have the same expectations.
Oh, yes, of course. We could fill out a contract real quick if you'd like.
I think Filkin is a expert on contracts.
No, Mr.
You've
Contract.
paid very much attention to this show, if you believe that.
Oh,
Nah,
I have an
I said it in
expert
jest. Yeah.
Will there be any chance for glory? I mean, does your noble house have bards who will sing tales of our victory?
Of
if we bring the
course.
sword back?
If you were to help me acquire a magic weapon, why, there would be much glory all around to be had.
Could it possibly be the sword stored in, say, like the Filkin Institute of Weaponry in Kitaj?
I don't know
Maybe.
what a filkin is, so probably
I'm
not.
Filkin.
Is it some form of gremlin creature?
Yes, it is.
I've been called worse. Yeah, I am Filkin.
Oh, I suppose I could name Fountain after you or something.
Fountain's pretty good.
Institute of Weapon Research, huh? Well, that's not a bad idea. Yes, I might
Yeah.
name one of those after myself.
How far
Well,
is
I'm all
this temple?
for. You have my vote. What say the rest of the companions?
I'm extremely excited about this venture and look forward to it.
Well, wait. Maybe I missed it, but how far is this place?
Well, if I knew that, I wouldn't be looking for it.
It's
What
just
kind
south, though, right?
Probably. Possibly.
What kind of leads do you have about this place?
It's somewhere in the forest to the southeast.
Do we know how large that forest is?
You've heard that it covers many leagues, which doesn't mean much since a league means different things to different people. But there are some adventurers who say it goes 50, 60 miles south and east.
And what is this temple, or was this temple devoted to? Do we know that?
Oh, the Divine Spark, of course, my good lad. Divine Spark.
How much food do I have? A couple of days worth, maybe.
Whatever you had in your kit.
But then we're being provided for, so
Indeed.
Yeah.
I can feed this indefinitely, so long as I am alive.
I will go along.
I do have a question. You want the magic sword, and that's cool. If we can find the magic sword, it's all yours. But what if we find other neat stuff?
He says, other neat stuff. Yes, well. What is your suggestion on this matter?
Equal shares, 5 ways.
Equal shares. Yeah.
I would turn down my share for your help in Divine Spark inquiries. I believe the Divine Spark has chosen me for greatness, and I would like to consult an expert such as yourself to try to gain inside information or additional information. I would forgo my share in exchange for that help.
He says, yes. Well, let's keep it strictly business. What's between you and me can be between our God, eh? Yes. Yeah. I would be happy to bring you into the fellowship of the Divine Spark. He welcomes all. She welcomes all. Of course.
I think we have an agreement then.
Well, 1/5 to me. Well, I'll tell you what. Why don't you let any deeds or property items within here fall to me, and any Divine Spark related items, and you can split the rest among yourselves. Yes, that sounds very wise.
Sounds fair. I have no need of the other that you're talking about.
So he pulls out contracts that are clearly gnomish in origin with carbon paper in triplicate forms. And he's like, just sign your names here, and here.
Philkin, do you have like a special contract pin now, like a fountain pen that's like, contracts
Here's how to
only?
destroy your friends' lives. Give him the pain.
I do speak Gnomish, luckily, and I will read over the contract to see if they're kind of boilerplate from what I know about the Gnomish.
Oh, it's not written in Gnomish. It's still written in the human language. Yeah, it seems pretty standard. Perhaps you'd like to make a wisdom check to look it over. You'll have advantage on this for being a gnome.
Okay, I don't have an advantage D20 macro set up yet. I forgot about it.
Just roll 2d20s.
So
5 and 8.
I like the handwriting. It's crisp. Shows confident writer.
So you've never seen human writing like that? I mean, yeah, it's in human, so some of the words, the translation's lost a bit. It seems legit for the most part, probably.
I would like to add a clause, if I may. Since I am feeding us, if I were to be killed in the middle of this journey and you were all starved to death as a result, I want no retribution sought upon my soul after I've died from the Divine Spark.
Of course. The Divine Spark would never seek retribution.
Excellent.
In fact, let me tell you more about him and her.
How about we talk as we travel? Talk as we walk. I will. I'll sign it. Looks good, guys. I'm confident that this is a solid piece of work that does not in any way screw us over.
All right. So you are 8 miles into the south hub.
Unfortunately, I do not entirely trust them, and so I shall read it over myself.
Okay.
What was that? Intelligence or something else?
Let's see.
Wisdom, I believe.
Oh, wisdom.
Wisdom.
I mean, Philkin vouched it was a good contract. Have you known him to cheat you in such matters?
I don't trust any of you.
He must not be used to having servants do things for him.
That's such a...
There's some really arbitrary language in it that would seem to be favorable in certain edge cases. You know, if you were to argue something, there would be a chance that the common law would probably side with him. It's only for very, very edge cases. It seems pretty sneaky, though.
Well, other than other than that, it looks mostly on the up and
Legitimate.
up.
Oh, yes, of course.
Oh, well,
Soren,
I'm not really here for tons of loot anyway. I'll go ahead and sign it.
Well, I'm not really sure what you guys are here for right now, but we'll find out.
I don't know. They're dragging me into this.
we're just going to keep
Okay.
wandering around till all the animals.
I'm not going to sign it. I'll ask him if he has any sealing wax, or I can
He
just put
does,
my signet ring.
indeed.
All right,
Okay,
I will
you
put my
press your
mark on it.
signet ring into it?
Yep. Yep.
He's like, ah, yes, of course, a fellow noble. What house were you again?
Oh, Wind March.
Ah, the wind marches, yes. He kind of turns to Filkin and says, yes, there's much to say about the wind marches and the wind that they leave behind them, if you know what I mean. Yes. And he kind of makes a gesture like he waves his hand behind his butt.
Sometimes it matters more where you have been or lived.
He says, oh, my friend, I simply make a jest. You know how us noble houses are.
Speaking of wind, Soren, I appreciate your continued unwavering support. You are the wind that powers my spiritual sail cart. I just wanted to let you know.
Anything for a friend. I pat you on the shoulder.
I will pat you up on the elbow.
The Lord of the Rings style imagery. Okay, so
Sounds
you were
like
8
shit.
miles south of Hub. You traveled for the rest of the day, another 16. You, right before night falls, you see the pass in the distance to the south. It's about 4 miles south of you. And that would be the pass to the Roed Dojo. And you pull aside for the night.
You know,
Who's
if we
doing
wanted to
what
make a
watches?
detour, if we did want to make a detour, there was nothing in the contract, I don't believe, that had a time frame that must be completed. We could always just take the man with us and complete this dojo training.
Well, I don't know if
Well-
that's in the spirit of what he's trying to do.
You could ask, I guess.
It's just an option I wanted to throw out there. Since we are at the crossroads.
Well, let's mark this area for now then.
Okay.
As we don't know how far this place might be, we don't want to delay him too much, since we've already entered into an agreement.
I'll take the first watch.
I'll take the second watch.
Okay.
I'll take whatever watch. Third watch. Sure.
I'll take third watch as well. Everything bad always happens at third watch. Plus, I can get some one-on-one time with this new guy who seems to be quite a good find for the party.
So he spent some time speaking with you about the Divine Spark and the nature of dualistic God, of both male and female, light and life, and all of that. But anytime, Filkin, you mention that you believe you're blessed by the Divine Spark, he just kind of laughs and pushes to another subject.
The only logical conclusion is that this is not really a Divine Spark cleric. Otherwise, he would support me 100%. He would recognize... He's clearly not recognizing that I am blessed. Therefore, he must be blind to the will of the Divine Spark.
Oh boy.
What's like a sense motive type thing? Deception,
That would
persuasion.
be, yeah, there is something
Insight?
like, Sense motive. It's wisdom.
Insight.
Insight. Yes.
I would like to make an insight roll to see whether he's really a worshiper of the divine spark.
Okay.
I have a 0 on this.
Nice.
15.
He's definitely a worshiper of the divine spark. You get the idea from some of the phrases he's using that he just generally considers you to be racially less than him. Not only are you not normal, but he seems to treat gnomes, or in fact any non-humans, as being lower class. Not like super outright racism, but just like a gentle, insidious, subtle racism.
Oh, it reminds me of Dad.
He has racism light.
I definitely appreciate this discussion, but perhaps we should resume it when you know more about what you're talking about. So let's just perhaps this temple will enlighten you some, and then you can have more intelligent answers once we've.
He immediately assumes that you are joking with him and laughs as well. He's like, yes, ha ha ha. Of course
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, of course you know.
You
yeah,
short people, you always crack me up.
Yeah. It's mutual. It's mutual. Yeah. We're gonna have some good times tomorrow. Sleep soundly.
Okay. The night
will,
passes, nothing happens.
I would like to use the message cantrip when Petey is awake. No, Soren.
Okay.
Actually, all 3 of them, if I can.
Okay.
I'll just send them a message saying, this guy is definitely a legitimate cleric, but he is a very low power. But I will try to reaffirm that he is legitimate.
He was wearing his holy symbol, so I hope
Yeah,
he
that
was
was enough for
legitimate.
me.
I mean, I don't know that much about various religions, but I thought anybody could wear a holy symbol. I could go buy a holy symbol.
But not worship the deity? That surprises me. Who
Soren,
would-
are you like, I don't understand.
Yeah, like that's like, why would you do that?
It's kind of a musician-artist thing. It's meant to be ironic,
You have to remember Soren is also a cleric, so.
Yeah, it goes over his head, like that thought.
I will be right back.
Okay. So what do you guys do in the morning?
Breakfast.
Breakfast.
First
I
thing.
guess Filkin rolls out of bed and goes and captures a badger.
Oh, some of you may note that around my sleeping area, some of the ground has been torn up as if by my hands during the night. And it looked like I haven't slept still.
That's strange, but okay.
That is all. That is all. Fitful slumber.
Ah, of course.
I'll try to get extra meat, since Staven seemed to like it. Maybe with some coriander, rosemary, and garlic. I'm sure those things are just laying around.
Not growing randomly in a forest, no. Maybe if you raided a small village.
Yes. Well, the GM demands
Why, I
it,
can't
and-
believe that all these dried herbs are growing right here in this patch. All neatly organized next to each
Exactly
other.
what I needed.
What divine providence is this?
I wonder if there's ever been a TPK for a party trying to raid a village for herbs and spices.
Quite a few, probably.
We will discover that secret recipe one of these days.
That really makes me want to run a game with the recipe. The most holy drink concoction of Andorus. Okay.
Oh yeah, don't.
So you get breakfast. The cleric is like, Bouillon, of course. Yes, now, where are we going? The Lost Temple is somewhere to the south. I don't suppose you have any idea where it might be.
Well, would I have heard of this place? Probably not, since we're on the frontier, right? Like I have knowledge history.
You
Or
could
history.
certainly, well, see, knowledge history isn't going to help you because no one's been out here before.
Yeah. Well, In that case, I would say you should lead the way, sir.
He says, let's go southeast.
I disagree with that assessment, if I may, sir.
Okay, let's go where you want.
I think we should head due south, following the mountains, for another 16 miles. Then we will cut due east into the rising sun and keep heading straight east. We'll travel in only horizontal and vertical lines to help try to prevent getting lost.
Okay.
This is going to take longer.
Yes, it will. More chance for glory.
I'll start to
That's
scrape
my-
some dirt
that's-
off my hands.
That is my suggestion. I am the guide, though. Soren is the leader. And
He says,
I think so.
where would I be if I didn't follow the guide? Nowhere.
Yes,
Hmm.
we must follow the guide.
So, as we set up party ranks, I'm assuming Filkin's in the front again. And then your cleric, who you still haven't get the name of, is in the second rank. Where would you
Wasn't it
guys
on the
be?
contract?
Probably his house name would be on there.
Uh-oh.
His
I meant to
house
ask.
name is Parmigiania.
Nice. Delicious to meet you, sir.
Does he look Italian?
No. Nope.
No. Okay.
There is no space Italians or elf Italian in this game. Elf Italy.
Yes.
I guess Kitajaj would count as like little hub, right?
Well,
So-
yeah, I guess during our travel, I'll ask him. I'll say, so are you Lord Fiddlebrow's son or nephew?
He says, Lord Fiddlebrow, my second cousin, once removed, from my mother's side. Yes, a foolish man, of course. There's a reason they called him Fiddlebrow.
I have heard the stories.
No, I am the direct heir of the line, yes. As you might know, my grandfather discovered the recipe for chicken parmigiana. A popular dish that quickly spread throughout the Elven Empire before the war.
I must admit, I've never tried it.
Do you have any on you? That sounds pretty good.
He says, like I would dirty my hands with making parmigiana. Perhaps when we get back to Kitajaj, I can have the servants whip you up a batch of fresh parmigiana.
This deal gets sweeter and sweeter.
So I still don't know who he is then. I don't want to outright ask him his name now. It would seem silly. How gauche
You know,
would that
you
be?
would know who the direct heir is. His name
Okay.
is Rufus Parmigiania.
Right on. Very good. And then I will take up my position at the back of the
I just
marching
didn't want him to be the son of somebody named Fiddlebrow. That sounds gnomish. Not to
Well.
be racist, but yes, so what is everybody else taking the ranks of? Rufus is in rank 2, Filkin is in rank 1.
I could take ring 3.
I'll take 2.
Okay. Is anybody making any specific checks beyond the guide?
I will do lookout.
Okay.
Just watching our backs again.
All right.
And where I
Mhm.
step.
Oh yeah, you better watch your step.
Mhm.
You come at
Oh.
the king.
Should I make that roll? Just in case.
Can I
Perception
make
check.
my survival roll?
Yep.
11?
It's good enough. Barely. All right. Filkin, I need you to roll a D100.
30.
All right. Interesting. Thorin, can you roll 2d6? Lots of sixes today, huh? Well, that's fascinating. All right, so that's a thing, huh? Okay.